channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be showing you my Romee, the Victoria's Secret model, get the look. I absolutely loved her look at the Victoria's Secret fashion show last week and I really wanted to recreate it. I thought all the models looked amazing, but Romee's always my favourite. I love her YouTube channel. I will link it down below, and I just really wanted to recreate her look because she posted quite a lot of photos on Instagram of her makeup. I was going off this picture. I know that they used Charlotte Tilbury makeup at the show, but I actually sadly don't have any Charlotte Tilbury makeup, so I just used what I've got and hopefully recreated something similar. It was very glowy and natural and very angelic, obviously, and then I also recreated her hair, which was just very soft curls with a side parting. So if you want to see how I did my hair and my makeup like Romee, then please keep on watching. If you enjoy it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notifications bell and also that like button. And if you also want to see me in other places, then go and follow me on Instagram. It's at AlohaAmy _ and I post pretty pink pictures a lot, and I'm also always on Insta stories, so if you want to see what I'm up to, then follow me on there. I just find the VS fashion show so inspiring. Everything's just so beautiful and angelic, and I would have loved to have been there this year. It's definitely on my bucket list to try and go there one year. I don't know how you get in. I think you have to be invited. If I'm being completely honest though, I'd rather be on the runway than in the audience walking right by Shawn Mendes. That's the dream. I hope you enjoy it and please keep watching. So I just sprayed a lot of the Body Shop Mandarin Energizing Face Mist. I really like this. I thought it was amazing when I was on lots of planes in the summer. I just find it really makes your skin look nice and bright and glowy, and it's perfect as a base for makeup, I think. So I'm starting off by painting my skin in concealer. I don't want to wear any foundation today. I haven't worn foundation since the summer, actually, since July. I came back from my holidays and I wore it once. I hadn't worn it all holiday, and then I put it on when I came back because I thought I might need it, and then I realised, do you know what, it's too heavy. I don't like how this feels anymore. It was just a bit too much for me, so since then I've just been applying a little bit of concealer where I need it. I know where it makes me look a little bit crazy for a minute, but I promise that this is a really nice way to get natural looking skin. You just apply the concealer on the areas that you actually need, and I find that that works much better than caking foundation on all over my face when I don't actually need it everywhere. So I'm mixing two shades, Fair 1 and Cool Medium 2 of Lasting Perfection, aka the best concealer ever, and I'm just mixing them together because this one's too dark for me and the other one's a bit too pale for me. It works under my eyes but not everywhere else. So once I'm done with my concealer, I go in with a little bit of pressed powder, and I just use the usual Rimmel Stay Matte, and I apply it on my T-zone, down my nose, under my eyes, and then on my chin. It's the areas where I get most oily, and then I just dust whatever is left kind of around the rest of my face. But then I'm going in with this L'Oreal True Match The Minerals Powder Foundation, and I'm not going to be applying this everywhere. I'm just going to be taking this little deluxe crease brush from Real Techniques, dipping it in, tapping off most of the excess, and I just want to have nice extra perfect skin so that I look runway ready. And I'm just applying this over any kind of redness that's still there. So I'm going to be using a new bronzer today. It is the e.l.f. bronzer duo in St. Lucia. I'm dipping into the bronzer shade right now with the Real Techniques Geo Fiber Face Brush. This is my favourite bronzer brush. I think it's really good. Oh, that's pretty. Next, I'm going to be using this shade right here from the NYX Beauty School Dropout palette. This is my favourite contour shade. It's very pigmented though, so I'm really light with the brush. Tapping that off quite a bit and I'm just adding a kind of soft contour because it appears that, I don't know if it's just that Romee has better cheekbones than me. So it's highlight time. So I'm going to start off by using a liquid highlighter. I'm going to use a little bit of the Sleek palette. I think this is the Solstice palette. I'm going in with my foundation brush and I'm taking this shade here. I'm actually going to, before I finish highlighting, I'm going to pop on a little bit of blush because I forgot about that. So I'm going to go back in with that e.l.f. palette and I'm going to use the peachy shade because I feel like that's quite similar to the shade they used. I just want something very, very subtle. So to highlight my skin, I'm going to be using Becca Opal. I got this in Hawaii and Sephora, and honestly it is the best highlight I have ever used. I haven't used another one since then. I've been using this every single day and I apply it pretty generously, and I've just got the mini one and I feel like it's lasted me so well. It's just so beautiful. It's like a kind of goldeny champagne colour. It fits my skin tone perfectly, and I just think that it can be kind of built up to be an everyday shade. It can be built up for quite a glam look, or it can just be really subtle for every day, and I just think it looks so pretty. So I'm applying that on the high points of my cheekbones, and that's my skin finished. I'm going to spritz more of the Body Shop mist because why not? I just feel like this kind of helps melt the product into your skin, blend everything together and make you look extra glowy. Okay, so it's time to move on to eyes. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyelids. I'm just using the e.l.f. primer. This is my favourite one. Apply that and blend it in with my ring finger right up to the brow bone, my inner corner. I'm going to be using the original Carli Bybel palette for this look. So I'm starting off by using this shade right here. It's just the yellowy shade, and I'm kind of going to just set my eyelids. So I'm just going to be packing that onto my eyelids. So the brows were really quite natural. They were brushed up quite a lot, so I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm basically just going to be taking my usual brow pencil, which is the Collection Brow Definer, I think that's what it's called. It's kind of rubbing off here, but I'm just going to be filling in the gaps. I have to be really close to do my eyebrows because I actually need glasses to like see things up close, so it's quite difficult to do eye makeup. I have to be so close to the mirror. So I start off by kind of shaping out the brow like that. I take it underneath, just kind of on top from about here to here, and then I'm taking my brow brush and brushing up the way, and that's just blending out that product nice and softly. So for the eyeshadow, I think I'm going to go in with this kind of pinky shade from the Carli Bybel palette. I'm going to pop that in my crease using the Duo Fibre eye brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to be popping this into the crease very lightly. It seems like there's a kind of pinky shade through the crease, and I'm just applying that, mainly focusing it on the outer corner because I feel like this look is quite winged out. So in order to build up a little bit more definition in the crease, I'm going to be using a kind of mixture of these two shades from the YSL palette. I'm going to be mixing this shade from Carli Bybel. I'm going to pop that on first. It's a kind of pinky shimmer shade, and I'm going to pop that all over the lid. I'm going to be going in with the peachy shade from this YSL palette, and it's a lovely soft shimmer as well. And I'm just blending those two together all over my lid. And I'm kind of pulling it out as well so that we get that shimmer coming right up. The eyes look very shimmery all over, so I feel like I I can just blend this right through the crease. Next on the eyes, I'm going to be using some of this, the Stila Glitter and Glow Highlighter. It doesn't look like she's got a heavy glitter on her eyes, but there is still an amazing shimmer, and as you can see, this product is really cool. It's very subtle. It's a nice, pretty kind of highlight. I think it's meant to be for your face, but I feel like it's a little bit chunky for that, so I'm going to just be taking a little bit of that on my finger and kind of pat that onto the lids. I mean, we want it to look nice and shimmery because we're going to be an angel, so we want to be glowy and shimmery and pretty. I'm going to use the Becca highlight again, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corner. I'm just going to be using my finger and whatever's left on my hand, I'm just kind of popping that through the brow bone. So in order to finish off the eye makeup, I'm just going to be applying a little bit of a grey eyeshadow to the outer corners of my eye, just kind of along the lash line. And I'm being super careful with this. It's just to kind of wing the eyes out a little bit. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a felt tip liner, and I'm just going to take this kind of underneath my lash line. So now I'm going to go and do my lashes. I'm going to curl my lashes and pop on lots of lengthening and volumizing mascara, and I'm also going to pop on some individual lashes. This has been my most favourite way of applying lashes recently, and I think that Romee's eyelashes look very focused on the outside, which is how I normally do mine. So I'm going to be doing a routine. I'm going to be showing you how I apply my false lashes in a future video because it'll take me a while, so I think it's safe to say that it should be a video in itself. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So I've done my eyelashes now. I've done 3 individual eyelashes on either eye, just on the outer corner, to just make my eyes look a lot more fluttery and pretty. So I applied my lashes and I used the Ardell individuals, and these are medium black. These are my favourite ones. So I'm going in with this lip liner, this kind of peachy nude lip liner. I'm just taking this, slightly overdrawing my lips. But nothing too dramatic. I'm going to be going in with a Victoria's Secret lip gloss. I'm using their Satin Gloss in the shade Mocktail Hour. So this is a kind of, again, like a kind of peachy, sparkly one. I absolutely love these lip glosses. They're so good. I'm going to go in with another Victoria's Secret lip gloss. This is a little mini one. It doesn't have a shade name, but it came in a set, and it's a little bit kind of a pinky peachy sparkly colour. And I'm applying that on top. Romee had a side part and kind of wavy hair. So my hair has already actually been curled it was curled yesterday. So I do still have a little bit of wave. So I'm just going to pop in a little bit of dry shampoo. I just feel like this kind of revives your hair and gives it a little bit more volume. Okay, so to curl my hair, I use my Remington straighteners. I have them to 160 degrees. I usually do 150 for straightening or 160 for curling. I'm just fixing my fringe. I have a fringe. I got it cut a few months ago and I'm growing it out, so it's kind of at an awkward length. I think that will do. I'm just going to brush this out slightly. I'm going to use this brush here. It's this kind of soft bristle brush, and I find that that is really good for brushing curls.